Now Barry to the near side. Played by Petal, ahead for Ramos, centered McMorrow. Back with the Lumberjacks, here comes Galenic. Almost too many on the ice for Waterloo. Galenic to the offensive zone, curls up the far side, now back in the corner, pops out in front. Vaclav Nestrasil.
Sends one up the middle of the rink, it's broken up. McMorrow got it back, cuts in, left circle, fires. It was blocked, he gets his own rebound back in the left wing corner and needs some help from Townsend. Trying to bat it back to the line, the Lumberjacks steal, brought back to center by Nestrasil. Compton steps into him, Nestrasil still with a try for the empty net, he scores with 0.6 of a second left to go. The outcome not.
Here comes Deering to the offensive zone, shakes off the contact. It's picked up by Klee, and here come the Jacks. Galenic far side to the offensive zone. Holds and fires on. It's blocked in traffic. He gets it back. Plenty of time and space. Fires again. In front, they score. It's Vaclav Nestrasil. Gets the Ruohonen clears the zone. It's gained by Klee. And now Clares D-to-D with Barry. Danny Clares near side Klee. Into the offensive zone. Slowly it trickles in. Sean Barnhill there to receive. It's kept in by Klee. And now Galenic across the way. Nestrasil scores. Vaclav Nestrasil. Barred out. Xavier looks to clear it. It goes behind the net with Dennis. Near side corner up the wall, Cornforth. 16 seconds to go. Taken away by Nestrasil. Look to clear it. Desiderio kept it in, but here comes Lawrence for the empty netter. Fires to the back of the net. The Lumberjacks on their way to the Clark
center ice. That close for the Saints twice to getting within one, but neither goes for Dennis or Cornforth. Saints back to their own zone. They can't hold on. Nestrasil on the circle. Checked by Engel. Puck loose. Hard angle. Saved by Bierman to the top. Blasted. They score. Veilleux beats Bierman off the post and in. And just after the Saints had two. The bouncer then tries to fire in front. That got blocked by Klee. Tied up in the corner wall. Giuliani trying to lay back up high. It was kept in by Niedermeyer on the point. He'll slice it toward the circle. Hopped on Barry, but he'll bank it to center. As Nestrasil, it's a 2-on-1 for the Jacks. Nestrasil right wing, fires, he scores. He beat Bierman over the glove and under the bar, and with 34 seconds left.
First Bisnagel fired on but blocked. Here's Galenic to the blue line for Veilleux. Xavier holds, carries near side, down the wall, up top Nestrasil. Off for Galenic. His shot still has it. Now fires and scores. Teddy Spitznagel providing the screen out in front, and Jacklin picks it up to the near side, finds Veilleux. Carried in, met by Bobby Williams, and now Menz wraps it around. It's kept in by Galenic. Down the far side, away from Vandenberg. Fired on, rebound loose, in the blue paint. Nice save by Rayo, still loose, they score! It's Teddy Spitznagel. 5-minute mark of the first, all the way through until about the 5-minute mark of the third. The Jacks trying to do a little differently and tie the game here in the second period. Face-off, leaned in by Ivan Rapkin. Comes out to Lawrence. Lawrence fires and scores! Tynan Lawrence, his first Clark Cup playoff. So it's regained by Cedar Rapids. McLaughlin across to Klee. Down the ice, Rapkin sends it in. Behind the net, Ryouts taken away, Nestrasil in front, fired on, big save, rebound, they score! It's Vaclav Nestrasil!
One-hander thrown out front, turnaround chance Galenic, blocked by Briere. Galenic gets it back, neutral zone to the Jacks, steal completely on their heels, brush to Lawrence, empty netter, in. Oh my goodness, Briere stopped that with a twig, second chance score. Jacks get it in. They will nail this one down.
Ice diving, Misiak keeps it in. Far side, pushed on to Gonziev, but wide. Here's McMorrow. Off the foot of the official, poked out by Klee. Here comes Nestrasil leading the 3-on-2 rush. Nestrasil holds, far side, McLaughlin fired on. Big save, they score! David Klee, a short-handed goal, the Lumberjacks. Heil, 16 seconds to go on the Mackenzie Price power play. Nestrasil behind the net. Knocked down to his knees, MVB back behind for Nestrasil. Looks out in front, it doesn't go, it's kept close by Stefanik. He fires, screen in front, rebound loose, they score! Vaclav Nestrasil, celebrate. Up the near side, gets his feet moving on a controlled breakout, finding Galenic in the middle of the ice. Jack Galenic to the near side, pushed out in front, it goes off a body. Now Klee knocked down from behind, fired on by Galenic, puck's loose, Nestrasil scores! The first stoppage of the game comes 3 minutes and 59 seconds in. And it's played to the near side. A pass intercepted by Xavier Veillot. For Nestrasil, Vaclav thrown out in front, they score! Jack Galanik on a beautiful pass from Vaclav Nestrasil. Into the corner, away from David Klee, cycles it down low. Is taken away by Veillot and pushed forward for Galanik. A pass across the way finds Nestrasil, who sends it in. Here's David Klee, out front for Galanik, tapped onto Enriquez, rebound, loose, they score! Jack Galanik, keep whacking and whacking till it crosses the goal. Met by Nestrasil, forced to the far side wall in his own zone. Zeller's down to the corner, takes a hard bump from Nestrasil. Vaclav takes the puck, looking for Klee, instead finds Park. Intercepted by Klee, looks in front for Nestrasil, fired on, he scores! The top power play unit in the USHL. McLaughlin, now Rapkin in the corner. Ivan Rapkin, far side wall, off for Lawrence. Behind the net, to the near side, here's Luka Radivojevic. Back down low for Nestrasil. Jackson in the midst of a change. Rapkin holds. Rapkin far side. He scores! Ivan Rapkin, 4-point night and the hat trick to ahead for Shilov. Met by Veillot. Played back door out of the box is Klee. Lawrence holds. Finds David Klee. He knocked it out of midair. And now here's Carcone. To the near side, Shilov. Poked away by Veillot. Nestrasil empty net. He scores! Xavier Veillot, a great step. Fired high and wide. Here's Radivojevic. He turns and sends one towards the cage that goes wide as well. Behind the net, here's Spitznagel. To the corner for Nestrasil. Back behind the net, Spitznagel. To the near side, Ivan Rapkin. Works towards the net. Looks back door. They score! A perfect pass by Ivan Rapkin to find Nestrasil on the Nestrasil near side. Off for David Klee. Pinned against the wall. Nestrasil and Lansing joining the effort. Lorillum in the vicinity, but it goes across the way for Galanik. Back to the far side corner, it's Klee. Pops out in front, he scores! David Klee popped out in front and fired a shot in the net. Backhands the puck up the glass for Vaclav Nestrasil. A stretch pass across the way. Pushed on to the netminder. Spunar continues it to Edison Engel, and behind the net he plays for Barnhill. Taken away by Nestrasil, he scores! Vaclav Nestrasil, a great forecheck by the Lumberjacks, and the game is
Muskegon using their speed there and some skill. And Rapkin, who's from Russia, able to grab the goal. So the Lumberjacks moving now through the neutral zone. Galanik and over the line, right wing, scores. Near circle, top left corner. Over the block.
back to Jack Galanik. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Fires, it's turned aside. Rebound on the half wall for Stefanik. Down low for Spitznagel to the far side with Bonkowski. Jack Galanik finds Clares. His shot redirected. Loose in front. They score. Teddy Spitznagel at the top of the crease.
O'Malley, Peterson, Zellers, backhanded, trying to find Cordray, but Barry knocked it down. And now Nestrasil sends it across, and Moffitt the big stop. Rebound score. Galanik on the rebound with 3-4.
Here's Galanik, the offensive zone. Finds Stefanik far side. Jay Stefanik behind the net. Vaclav Nestrasil leaves off for Drew Stewart. Up to the blue line for Clares, across the way. Galanik holds on his forehand. Down low, Stefanik, backdoor, Nestrasil, they score. Vaclav Nestrasil continue.
Clares on the right wing side gains the zone. Drop pass into the circle, fed up top. Back and forth, Galanik goes up to the point, finds Clares there. Clares to Galanik, fakes a slapper, delays. Now looks over far side, gets a redirection in front. Looked like it hit a defenseman's skate. And the Lumberjacks.
Especially for these two squads. Short lineup for the Phantoms in particular.
3 illnesses, 2 injuries, and 2 suspensions for the Lumberjacks. Clares near side to Chris. That guy, he's been sick, but in a good way. Fires, he scores again. This guy is so sick. 3-game goal streak. It's his stick, and Nestrasil taking some time off the clock down in the corner. Jardine.
It's Lawrence's right to go after the puck. You can't just fall on it and freeze it there.
Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Stengrim taken away by Nestrasil. He scores! That's out of his reach. Here's David Deputy. Deputy, far side corner. Up top, Veo. Xavier fires, redirected wide. Here's Nestrasil. Vaclav in the corner. Up top, Veo. Near side, Galanic. Holds and fires, he scores! The Jacks complete the comeback! Jack Galanic! By Carithers. Galanic now, top of the circle. Carries down the wall, drops up top for Bauer Berry. Berry cycles it down low. It's picked up by Marthaler, taken away by Klee. Galanic out in front, nice move. Klee, the shot, they score! Everybody touches the puck. Everybody. Offensive end. Nice move, Rapkin down to the corner. Fires out in front. It's defended well by Wantier. Up top, Veo. For Lawrence, middle of the blue line, carries on the near side. Now Stefanik gives it back to him. Lawrence to Nestrasil. Great look, they score! Vaclav Nestrasil in tight. The Lawrence Klee. Back to Klee, near side. Popped out in front. Galanic just under his stick. Veo behind the net. Taken by Phillips up the wall. Taken back by Klee. Klee pops out in front. Nestrasil, he scores! Vaclav Nestrasil gets it down to Spetsnagel. Now Lawrence works up the far side. Up top, Veo, near side, Toll. Down low, Nestrasil. Vaclav to Toll at the blue line. Now Rapkin near side. 6-on-5 with 90 seconds to go. They score! It's Ivan Rapkin! What a debut!
For Veo, 50 seconds gone on the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Nestrasil worked it through the feet of Jakob Hesch. Spun it to the middle of the ice for Dexheimer. Top of the right circle, fed back across. Shot, lead pack save. Rebound, they score!
Camp fires wide. Cowan can't keep it in. Eulenkamp and Cowan joined by Jamieson, Johnson, and Long. It's Stewart and Nestrasil up front for the Lumberjacks. Taken away by Stewart. Now Nestrasil centers for Veo. He fires and scores! A short-handed goal for the Lumberjacks. It's one.
On target, but again, Godziev equal to it.
Well, here's Vaclav Nestrasil. He's been hot. Finds Radivojevic. A Chechen to a Slovakian. Radivojevic carries to the far side. Behind the net, Kirk Kirkin. Wraparound attempt. Does he score? He does! What a gritty goal from Kirk Kirkin, the wraparound. Last year in the jailbreak, and it almost entices coaching staffs to put out their top-end talent to try and score a goal while shorthanded. Here comes Nestrasil to the offensive zone. Nestrasil in front, clears the one-timer. Rebound, loose, they score! It's Teddy Spetsnagel. A Mackenzie Price power play goal. And sent down and around near sidewall. Messick couldn't pull the trigger, fanned on it, but keeps it in. Nestrasil now, down the ice for Klee. At the red line, centers for Galanic, one-on-one. Working on Santilli, forced to the near side, finds Nestrasil, the shot, he scores! What a pass from Jack Galanic, what a shot from Voss. And it's pushed behind the Lumberjacks goal, taken by Veo. Behind the net, joined by Klee. Banach keeps it in on the near side. Klee looks to clear it, it comes to the blue line, but Birchall keeps it. Down for slice, blocked by Nestrasil, empty, net, he scores! Vaclav Nestrasil, from his own zone, of the National Hockey League is Gen Z, led by guys like Connor Bedard, Will Smith, Macklin Celebrini, a couple of USHL alums, those final two players. Here comes Toll, he fires back door, Nestrasil for Klee, they score! David Klee releases the Teddy Bears and ties the game up at one. Side, Klee committed to the University of North Dakota. Resendez to Boston College, turns and fires, slides in front, poked away by Klee. Of course, after the save from Godziev. Pushed down the ice, bouncing puck, picked up by Nestrasil, fires, he scores! That's a great hockey play by Vaclav Nestrasil. And Clares. Vaclav down the near side for Galanic. Jack on the wall. Looks at his options. Now finds Danny Clares up top. 16 seconds to go on the power play. Galanic fires in front. Loose at the side of the net. They score! Vaclav Nestrasil. Parked back door in the Lumber net. Vaclav Nestrasil. 60 seconds to go in the period. Radovojevic fires, blocks, loose puck in the slot. Deputy couldn't clear it. Stewart takes it and finds Stefanik. Far side half wall. Top of the circle now. Stefanik holds and fires. Rebound, they score! Vaclav Nestrasil.
Down the wing, Burrow in the puck, and Borozinskis out of AO, the steel blue line. Right side as Claire's right point to the left AO. He'll shoot, save, and the puck is in. Off of Croskery on the rebound, and I believe it's Schultz on his horse. Barreling in, swarming behind the net, puck protection, Ashton Schultz. One-timer, Reininger to the save, rebound out front, still loose. It's on top of Valentini, digs it free, but the empty net is dug by a Jack, and they score. With 50.
Unsuccessfully, I might add, as Claire settles things down just inside the offensive blue line for Muskegon. Puck never left the zone, so Borozinskis keeps things alive down low. Up top of Coin. Down low to the far side, Pearson. Up top of Coin again. Shot, rebound, sits there, and Muskegon scores with 8 seconds to go on the power play.